Equality suggests often everybody should get the same thing. Well, that often assumes everybody started out in the same place, as opposed to equity, which is everyone should end up in the same place.
And that is pure communism from Kamala Harris. But wait, there's a lot more. Welcome back to the JP React channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants and Satan, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters, because truth conquers. And one of the things truth inevitably conquers, because it's never worked throughout history, is communism. Truth will wash it away, because communism is rooted in pure evil, and pure evil, in my opinion, is anyone or any entity that tries to control people in a way that's not in their best interest, which is almost any form of control, to be honest with you. And communism is all about control. It's, oh, we the people have the power. Well, let us take that from you so we, the rulers, have your power over you. There's a reason when you go on to uncensored AI and ask it, what political ideology is Kamala Harris's policies most in line with? And what comes back is socialism and communism. She is a communist. Thing about communists are they're not aligned with truth. They don't show up in America and say, we're here to do communism. No, they say things like, we're here to do equity. That's what we're here to do. We're here to do anti-racism. But that's just dividing people. Well, it's essential for communism. So let's divide people up in colleges based on skin color. Isn't that segregation? We need to do this for our cause, okay? Let's implement policies that devalue your money so you'll need to depend on us, therefore we control you. Communism. And everything about Kamala's policies that I've seen, which by the way, she likes to speak very little on, and when she does, she tries to make them sound good. I don't think she succeeds, but when you listen to the actual substance, it's just communism. And that, my friends, is the opposite of what America stands for. With that said, on Twitter, I saw this post. It's a video of Kamala, short video. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at some other evidences that she's just doing communism out in the open, just not calling it communism, because remember, the tyrants as well as Satan, they do deception. So we'll take a look at some other evidence of her communist policies being in fact communism. And there's also a very short description, just worth its weight in gold, of what socialism is, what communism is, and what capitalism is. You're gonna love it. It's the best description I've ever seen. We'll get to that in a minute, but first, this Twitter post says, if you hear this and you still want to vote for her, you should just move to China. Hard to argue with that. This is pure communism. She plans to destroy innovation and the very idea America was founded on. Based on what I've seen, I agree with that. But let's hear it from the horse's mouth herself, Kamala.
It has to be about a goal of saying everybody should end up in the same place.
I already got a problem. Everybody should end up in the same place. So first place trophies for everybody. Wow, with communism, everyone wins equally. No, it's an equal outcome, but not everyone wins equally. Everyone loses equally. Nobody other than her side has put out this idea. They act like this is some universally agreed on idea that everyone should have the same outcome. No, I love the idea everyone should have an equal opportunity. We live in the land of opportunity. So it's about as equal as you can get. And I know some people are born in really horrible circumstances, and I wish they weren't. So of course, not everybody starts off in the same place. How could we, unless we're all born and hatched in these laboratories, which may not be part of their plan. But the American way is your outcome. It's not equal outcomes for all. Your outcome is predominantly based on your level of effort you put in. And when effort and intelligence combine, you tend to have better outcomes. So if one person puts in a level 10 effort, another person, maybe they're a little bit of a flaccid Gen Zer, let's say they really stress themselves out to put in a level 2 effort. How in the world would we expect they deserve an equal outcome? Well, I would say, I've been checked out mentally stable, and I would not expect them to have an equal outcome. Say more, Kamala. You're 4 seconds in, and you already have my freedom-loving mind on fire. We'll get back to this in just a second, but first, do you ever wish you felt better, looked better, and had more energy? Well, your health is the most valuable asset you will ever have. But unfortunately, regular healthcare is nothing more than disease management. But if you want more than that really low bar that's set in society, you need health optimization, and nobody does that better than MER Health. Regular healthcare denies you progressive treatment options, comprehensive lab work, and they typically lag years behind the most up-to-date research. MER Health represents a paradigm shift in how we approach medicine, empowering you to maximize your longevity and performance with the confidence that comes from knowing you have experts in your back pocket. That's why I use and trust MER Health with my own health optimization. From hormone optimization and cognitive enhancements to body composition, MER has you covered, all from the comfort of your home. You'll want to check out MER's optimization package. It includes the same elaborate panel that I get myself. And with those test results, the MER Health clinical team optimizes my personal protocol. To get the exact same panel and clinical oversight that I get myself, click the link in the video description or go to merrickhealth.com/jpreacts and use code JPReacts to get 10% off at checkout. I love MER Health. I think you will too. Now back to the video.
And since we didn't start in the same place, some folks might need more. Equitable distribution.
Equitable distribution. You work, give us your money, you give us your resources, we will distribute it. That's communism.
Giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity, understanding not everyone starts out at the same place.
So one other thing to say the exact same thing. Someone who puts in level 10 effort, they're going to be earning more. Cool. So someone who puts in level 2 effort, they're earning a lot less based on merit. So that level 2 person is given a lot more than the level 10 person. And in fact, the level 10 person under communism, most of their money is taxed. And is it redistributed to them? No, it's redistributed to people equally to everyone, including people who put in literally 80% less effort than them.
So there's a big difference between equality and equity.
Say more. There is a big difference, and it's important to know that difference as Americans.
Equality suggests often everybody should get the same thing.
Nope. Equality does not suggest that. Right now, she's in a false premise. No, equality does not suggest everyone should get the same thing. That's what equity suggests. She is a moron, or she's deceiving, probably both.
That often assumes everybody started out in the same place.
Equality doesn't assume people start off in the same place. Again, this is a false frame. I think this is part of an intentional deception.
As opposed to equity, which is everyone should end up in the same place. And if you then understand not everybody started out in the same place, you understand some people need more.
I don't know. They might want more. I don't think they need more. If they need more, need is the mother fuel. It drives people to put more effort in. Maybe they need to need more. Maybe they need to hit rock bottom before they're motivated to work more, work harder, put in more effort. And also think about this. Let's just say you exercise hard. Your neighbor doesn't. With equity, some of your exercise results should be redistributed to the people that don't exercise. Oh, but you bust your butt in the gym every day. Yeah, we got to siphon some of that off and give some of your exercise results to the people who are unwilling to exercise. That's equity, right? Okay. We can unburden what has been by what can be.
So we all end up in the same place, right?
No.
We are proud of the fact that equity is one of our guiding principles.
She's not speaking for me. I don't know who you're speaking for. I'm not. I would be ashamed of that. First place trophies for everybody, but that team won by 100. We got to redistribute the results here. Yeah, they scored more points. We're going to give some of the other teams all the points they scored. That was unfair. Yeah, they had more effort, intelligent, talent, but that was unfair that they did that.
Proud of the fact that we understand equality is important, but not everybody starts out on the same base.
Can you imagine a baseball game where everybody started off on the same base? It'd be a horrible game.
People in our country are having an experience that is not equal. So when we talk about the work we are doing here together, it is recognizing that. And being guided by this principle
It's a communist principle.
of what we must do in the spirit and in the interest of equity.
By the way, she did not say in the spirit and the interest of the people, in the spirit of equity. Equity of it is a term put out by the party, and by proxy, we're doing this in spirit and the best interest of the term. It's the party's term, so if we didn't know any better, it's all in the best interest of the party. But I'm just a moron.
To put equity firmly at the center of our economic policy. But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not
There's a purpose why this is being shown over and over, all different occasions of her saying roughly the same thing, to show that implementing communism is very important to her. She's been talking about this over and over and over again.
They're not starting on equal footing. It will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners.
Oh, why not Indian families, Kamala? But wait, there is more, unfortunately. We all know Kamala's famous for all the wrong reasons, saying we can unburden what has been by what can be. And most of us would sit here saying, well, she said that because she's an idiot. It means nothing. But did you know it actually has its roots in communism? Specifically, Karl Marx, one of the primary proponents of communism throughout history. Take a look at Charlie Kirk talking about that.
Vice President Harris will say repeatedly, what is the quote? The quote is that we can see what can be unburdened by what has been. Is that word salad or Marxism? It's Marxism. That is, in fact, not at all word salad. It is a Marxist, as I said on Twitter the other day and got mocked relentlessly by the media for this. I said it's a Marxist incantation, as a matter of fact. It's like.
And there's other things on that you can look up for yourself that validate that's true. Look into it. Educate yourself. So have you ever noticed that a lot of times the evil stuff that's happening, they like call it out. They say what they're going to do, but they package it like it's, no, we're not doing that. We're doing this, even though we told you like that. But if you take us literally, we're literally revealing what we're doing. For some reason, the evil tyrants tend to telegraph what they're going to do. I think it's a way of buying into the consent of people, hiding things better in plain sight. So it's very possible that they're right. That's not word salad. That's a very intentional Marxist incantation that she's using to help condition people accept with open arms the communist policies that are currently not being called communist policies. And then other evidences of Kamala's very communist tendencies. Her campaign's theme, strength through joy. How great is that? That sounds good. What better place to get strength than through joy? Well, I don't know. Ability is a better place to get strength than joy, just so you know. Like the ability to lift a weight than just joy. Good news is that's not based off of communism. The bad news is it's based off of Nazism. And as you can see here, one example that you can find on Twitter, Strength Through Joy was an organization set up by the Nazis to promote employees' rights in the workplace. In other words, Strength Through Joy was a propaganda name given to an organization the Nazis set up to trick people into supporting them and their horrible cause. And Wokeness posted this on Twitter. North Korea would be proud. Proud of who? Proud of Kamala. Everything about Kamala is joy, 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 joy. And this, I think, is worth its weight in gold. The simplest but best definitions of socialism, communism, fascism, and capitalism that I've ever seen. Here's what the Twitter post says before I get to it. Ann Landers easily explains the difference between socialism, communism, and capitalism in a very simple form, using two cows as an example. Here it is. So someone wrote into Ann Landers. Great. Here's her answer. Socialism, you have two cows. Give one cow to your neighbor. That's a redistribution of wealth. Communism, you have two cows. Give both cows to the government and they may give you some milk. Okay, that's even more equity right there. Fascism, you have two cows, you give all the milk to the government and the government sells it. Nazism, you have two cows, the government shoots you and takes both cows. Anarchism, you have two cows, keep both cows, shoot the government agent, and steal another cow. Not a fan of anarchism myself. Capitalism. This is what I'm a fan of, ladies and gentlemen, because capitalism is the economic language of freedom. Capitalism, you have 2 cows, sell one, buy a bull. Then you have the opportunity to grow your herd. You have an opportunity, period. That's the point with capitalism. You have an opportunity that does not have a ceiling on it. With communism, oh, you have an opportunity. What's your opportunity? You grow the wheat, you make the bread, you give it to the government, and they may give you some bread. How much? Depends on how much they're giving out in the bread lines. That's your opportunity. There's a very low ceiling on opportunity, but there is an opportunity with communism, and it's always an equal outcome. Ladies and gentlemen, think about that. Communism has never worked throughout history. I'm feeling like a psychic. I'm going to predict it will never work. And more important than that, that's what the people in the shadows, the deep state behind her want to bring to freedom-loving America, and they will if we allow them. And I have a feeling people like you and I aren't really in an allowing mood, are we? With that said, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, let me know what you think about Kamala's, not just communist tendencies, but her pure communism in the comments below. Look forward to reading, and I also look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, stay free.